Hello, fellow tubers. This is Kirsten Yorick, and again, I feel like rambling and throwing some thesis out there. I was just wondering about something Richard Dawkins said in his uncut interview with Dan Dennett, and in this case, he remarked about a glow in the dark tobacco plant um, created by us humans, and that made me think about the meta creature called humanity. Um, I am not sure that everybody is familiar with the concept of meta creatures or hive creatures. Uh, Behold an ant hill or an ant colony. Every individual ant is doing its little ant thing within set parameters, but the way these parameters are set um, makes them behave like a group. Although no individual ant is capable of perceiving the whole group as their community behavior um, results in, well, this unified behavior, which makes it possible to view the entire ant hill as a creature instead of looking at the individual ants. It's kind of like an ant hill is a creature where the cells are autonomous operating agents instead of us humans, where every cell is connected and they cannot operate autonomous. However, we can uh, zoom out the camera and then look at small ant at small human hills. We call these small human hills countries. And then we can start viewing these countries as meta creatures, as competing ant hills. Now, can we use this analogy any further? Can we go up? Can we go down? And yes, we can. We can view our own mind as individual neurons doing their individual neuron thing, and their group behavior results in what we call consciousness, intelligence, emotion. That's basically the result of all these neurons interacting, resulting in this hive behavior, which we call consciousness. Now, we can argue that by cracking the code of DNA, the meta creature humanity has achieved a kind of self awareness that until now was unheard of in the history of life. From being um, creatures that individually mutate by chance and then either uh, propagate these new mutations or these new mutations die out, we have we are no longer subject to the chance element in evolution. Since if we can change the tobacco plant from being an ordinary plant to being some kind of glow in the dark variety, which could be quite useful for tobacco farmers with a sun allergy, I mean harvesting at nighttime, something like that. Um, Beyond that, it's just some scientific showing off. Glow in the dark tobacco plants. Ha! You scientists, you show offs. So, am I going to arrive at some point? Yes, I am. Um, when you start to look at uh, human behavior and a bigger picture, you start to view humanity no longer as the result of some glorified achievement of humans, like our empathy, our intelligence, our fantasy, our whims, but merely the sum total of our individual behavior. And you realize that, well, 90% of our behavior is really not that intelligent. I mean, most of our decisions, although we tell ourselves they are based in reason and logic, are for a large part also made on the grounds of emotions, something we have great trouble understanding as individuals. I mean, we have them, we live with them, we try to understand them, but they are more in control of us than we are of them. I mean, sometimes I really do envy that fictitious Spock character being in full control of his emotions. But would that be a desirable life? I'm not sure. So where will this lead us? Well, basically, um, the group behavior, if you have like 100 normal people, I mean, no retards, no geniuses, no? And this group of 100 people, they will act in a certain manner. And then you take a group of 100 people and you add one retard and you add one genius. Will this group behave any different from the group that was 100 ordinary people? Hardly. Hardly. Because the 98 individuals, their behavior will swamp the behavior of both the retard and the genius. So the problem we find ourselves in today with opposing views held by smart people and retards can only be solved by educating and addressing, well, basically the masses in the middle, because they are the people that make history. It's the foot soldiers that make the war. It's the sum total of every individual on earth that makes the behavior of the meta creature humanity. You could think about it. I think